I think social media activity can and should be measured. Okay, this social media, whether it's conversations about you or whether it's your own media, your Weibo account, what you are saying, okay, it can, with the right technology, it can be measured and it should be measured, because you're going to be spending all this money, investing all this resources, hiring agencies to do this stuff. You better have a very detailed understanding of its performance, not just from the gut. Are you getting an agency to put together do a manual search on Weibo and Baidu to put together some Excel charts, okay? Especially when there are literally hundreds of thousands, if not millions of mentions of particular brands. And it requires sophisticated analysis. And it's not only to measure performance, but it's to actually plan, okay? What should you talk about? Well, what are your consumers talking about? What are your competitors or what are your peers talking about? What's resonating with consumers? Okay? That can influence your editorial calendar for your Weibo account. Right? And of course, it's got to be relevant to the brand. Right? So you want followers? Yeah, put up pictures of sexy girls. You get lots of followers that way. Okay, but that's not relevant to the brand. Right? And so measuring should be about measuring performance, but also informing strategy. Okay. Instead, if you do have a voice, make sure that it's relevant to your brand and strategy, right? And so you can analyze what's being said, so you know what do you say and how do you say it. Okay. And even without a voice on Weibo, I mean, I understand this audience. We work with Pepsi, we work with Nike, we work with the biggest FMCG brands, in the China market. Okay, and they're all on Weibo. Okay, does every luxury brand need to be on Weibo? Not necessarily. I mean, I think it depends on, it gives you a level of access to consumers, but you have to decide how accessible you want to be. But even if you don't have a voice, you should be listening. So, because this is a social media intelligence, it's a window into consumer insight. It's a window into how social media is influencing your consumer and influencing the reputation around your brand. Okay. One final note I would say is that social media is not PR. It is not market research. Social media is not media. Okay. Social media is not digital. Okay. It's all of those things. And so be very careful not to put social media just under PR and let your PR agency run it, because you could be missing out on consumer insight. Same thing. Don't just let your media agency run it. You could miss out on the market research and also the understanding how it's impacting your reputation. This is business intelligence that impacts the entire organization. So we strongly believe that social media intelligence should be housed at the executive level, at the corporate level, right? And then can be decided how to apply it across the organization for smarter market research, for smarter media planning, for smarter creative, for smarter digital, for smarter media planning, and for smarter PR.